Okay, first things first.
Got it.
There you go.
I'm gonna switch to something I can actually use that won't screw me over. Now let's go back to Captain Toad, Treasure Tracker! Today we're gonna do episode 2!
Yay!
Return... The Toad Strike Back!
I thought it was the Clone Wars.
Yeah, also, just as a small heads
Toad
up,
Wars.
Jordan's going to be here with us, but forgive her if she doesn't really talk too much, because at the time of us recording this, she has a bit of a fever, and we want her to conserve her energy.
I have a cold, not a fever.
Well, bottom line, you're still sick.
What's the difference?
Colds can lead to fevers. So, as
Low-grade
usual,
fevers, anyway.
we've caught the star. And we're
Yay,
gonna
Toadette's
walk
with
away
us,
now.
yay.
Right? We're gonna walk away. We're gonna grab the star. We're gonna move.
Wait, again?
We're not gonna look at the feathers as if we forgot what just happened.
Hey, you thought you seen the last of me!
Seriously?
Yeah, only this time it's Captain Toad who gets whisked away. Oh, well, hey,
Toad!
better take my arch nemesis than the one who won't do jack crap!
Captain Toad, no!
Although, in that case, he's wrong, because for Captain Toad Treasure Tracker 2, Toadette's in the starring role.
Hooray!
And given current events, it's actually very accurate that we're playing as Toadette.
Yeah, it's actually rather topical, considering, as of recently, we got our newest Nintendo Direct, a couple of interesting announcements, a couple of dead duds, and the fact that another originally Wii U exclusive is coming to the Switch, along with Toadette as a playable character.
The game we're talking about, by the way, is New Mario U.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's not on the top of my most wanted Wii U ports list, but, I mean, I'll take what I can get, and, well...
I'll take it.
If there is definitely one thing I do find the most interesting about it, it is Toadette. Because, let's just say, with this new feature that they're adding into it, it raises even further questions about the toads as a species.
In New Super Mario Bros. U, there is a new item called a Royal Crown.
That only Toadette could use.
Only Toadette. If playing as Toadette, you pick up the Royal Crown, you turn into something that the Nintendo developers has coined Peachette.
A Peachette?
Yep, Peachette. Literally a Princess Peach in a cute little magical girl-esque outfit. And, well, the only real semblance to Toadette is the fact that she still has a little bit of the mushroom cap and, of course, her blouse.
I was gonna say also the fact that her hairstyle is in pigtails, just like Toadette's is.
That's also true. But yeah, like, I mean, it's a cute feature, and I do like what it entails, but at the same time, it's like, this raises so many goddamn questions.
And yes, Seeley, if you look at Peachette, you'll notice that her blonde hair is in like those. It has the same like, yeah, it has braids with the same little balls on the end.
Oh, that's cute. It doesn't look like she has blue eyes either. Her eyes look rather grayish.
Yeah, to match the Toad's actual eye colors.
And it's kind of a...
Also, the third gem on this place is a bit of a tricky one. Or no, sorry, not the third gem. It's the golden mushroom, which is the challenge. You have to walk off to the right there, and you have to just take a leap of faith.
Yeah, it's not as tricky as you think, though. If you do, you can't get the gold mushroom and get the third gem at the same time. It's literally impossible.
While this happens, later, Charging Chuck, boom, during this cutscene. No!
And bye-bye Toadette.
Which, by the way, earlier, I love how he just pushes the charging chuck off the stage. Like, go back and you'll see what I mean.
Oh, to catch up, Jordy, James will not be going for every challenge, but we are going to try and go for every gem since those are required to beat the game.
Ah,
For the
okay.
most part.
Makes sense.
Who voices Toadette? Is it still Sam Kelly?
It's still Sam Kelly. She voices both Toads and Peach.
Oh, okay.
So she's pretty much right at home.
Actually, speaking of Peach and Toads, that's also another thing that, just to go back to Peachette, that's also another thing I hear a lot of people talking about, which I don't think is necessary, but at the same time I can kind of sympathize. Like, Peach... Oh, boy.
Oh, God!
Oh, jeez!
Then he's... Oh, jeez, he's still going.
Oh, God!
Okay, there you go.
Oh!
Okay, we're good. Sorry, I thought you had...
Flash before my eyes!
Ouch!
Ow.
My ears' life just did too.
Sorry.
We were actually going to say, Celia and I, we were playing Odyssey, and we kind of like how, like, in Odyssey, the Toads' voice have kind of got a little more, like, not
A little
as
less
grating.
raspy? Yeah.
Yeah, they're a lot more, like, hi.
Yeah, I love how timid he said, hi!
Yeah, they do tone it down a bit, though I did notice with, like, the most recent portrayal of Toadette, she does have a bit of the rasp herself, but it's not as pronounced as the others.
Okay.
Which is funny, considering that during Jen Taylor's run, she never did that at all for Toadette.
Yeah.
It's funny food for thought.
I don't think Jen Taylor did any rasp for... Jen Taylor didn't do any rasp for Toad
No, she
either.
did.
She did. She was the one that invented the rasp.
Ah, she
Wait,
did.
then who was Toad in Mario Kart?
That was, I think his name was Isaac Marshall?
I was gonna say, who voiced Toad in Mario Party 2? That's one voice I remember.
Oh, you mean the Mario Party's 1 and 2? That's a Japanese actress. I forget her name, but she technically voiced it in the Japanese version of Mario Kart 64, and they essentially just reused those clips as, like, stock.
I was gonna say, I mean, that would be a cute voice for Toadette. It would fit.
It would fit, but I guess
I
they...
remember what those voice clips were.
Yeah!
I mean, I know
that.
for like the Mario series now, they usually just stick to English actors, which is fine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would fit, considering they've pretty much... Considering that their main character has been played by an English voice actor
Skater,
for the longest
skater,
time.
skater.
Motherfucker.
Got it. But yeah, especially since if you think about it, like, their main mascot, their main idol is played by an English voice actor. There we go.
Yeah, Sealy can do that better than I can. I just do the rasp.
Yay!
Oh yeah, by the way, Minecart
no.
Sunset Rundown. I remember this being shown off a lot, and well, for the longest time, they actually showed Toad, like Captain Toad, doing this stage. It's actually impossible to play this stage with Toad nowadays. It's a Toadette level.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how that works.
So, Jordy, have you ever tried out or seen any of these games?
Of Captain Toad or?
Yeah.
Yeah, just Captain Toad in general.
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
So, is there any questions you have about the format of it?
Nice.
I don't think so. I mean, I kind of get the general gist of it, that it kind of looks like a maze. It's in the shape of like a square or a circle.
Like a
or,
diorama,
like it's pretty
yeah.
geometric.
Yeah.
And I also get the gist that, you're pretty much trying to just capture the star from the, that bird creature. What's its name again?
Wingo.
Wingo.
Because, it's not Captain Toad would stand no chance if Bowser decided to be a dick towards them.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Wingo's our main boss for all chapters, really. There we go.
Yeah, that is the unfortunate thing about Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. There's only two bosses. You got Wingo, and then you also occasionally tackle the dragon. Whatever his name was.
The Durgan.
Dinga dinga durgan.
Happy Leaf Erickson Day!
No.
I'm
Are you
not
sure?
the only
This
one.
stage.
Yes.
I was gonna say, did you guys make that joke already, or did I already start?
No.
Did I prompt it?
For this episode, you started it. For SpongeBob in general, sit down.
Okay, yeah, the
Well,
dragon's
explain.
name is the dragon's name is Dragodon.
Drag it on. Okay.
Very
This
original.
stage
What do you think the
sucks.
Charging Chucks are talking about?
Hey, you got your game last week?
So how chilling the kids?
What the?
Oh, that was
Ooh.
how convenient.
Wow.
You hit that gem, right? You hit that gem well, right?
Wait, what gem?
Well,
Ah, shit!
Oh, dude.
Oh no!
Actually, wait, what the hell am I doing? Oh, that's right. I'm actually gonna bother with a challenge in this stage.
which is you need to kill
dear.
all the mudmen. And you can't kill them without the Charging Chuck's help.
Oh god!
Have it!
Oh, that's
Wouldn't
right. There's
that be
also a gem
something
stuck
if-
in there too.
Oh,
Wouldn't
man.
that be
If they
something
picked it
with the
up?
mushroom they ran over they could actually use?
Oh,
Oh,
dear
God.
God.
It'd be like
Did you get them all?
It's the Mario Maker effect all over
I was
again.
actually gonna say it'd be like that one part of Super Paper Mario where the Koopa uses the Megastar once.
Oh,
Alright.
oh yeah, that was actually pretty clever.
Too bad they only did it once.
Say what you will about that game, it definitely had its Yeah,
And
I mean, say what you will about that game, it definitely had its moments.
I'm confused. What's happening here?
So the signs are moving.
Oh,
The signs dictate where the spooky platforms are. So now the signs have moved. Now the platforms will have changed accordingly.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see a slope. Nice.
And I do appreciate that since Captain Toad and Toadette don't have a butt bounce like Mario and his friends do. You could just use the pointer in order to. Where
Where's-
the
there
hell
it is.
am I? Oh,
Oh.
hello.
Hello.
That was easy.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Toadette.
So, you want some gold stuff?
Oh, speaking of
That
Toad,
works.
speaking of Toadette, that was actually just reminded me of something I tried to say before I got cut off. And the thing about like Peachette is like, and I've heard a lot of people talk about this. It's like basically, and I kind of sympathize with them, even though I agree there's not too much of a point. Even though I would have liked it, a lot of people say that whole like Toadette pretty much turns into like Peachette. Why not have just given us a playable Peach instead?
Because Peach is still kidnapped. Remember, that's the whole plot of New
Yeah, I
Super
was
Mario
gonna
Brothers
say
U.
who would.
Yeah, that's
Oh, right.
I was gonna say who would take Peach's place?
Daisy.
Oh, look
I
at
mean,
the
I know
boys.
some people will argue Daisy, but at the same time, that wouldn't that be considered jarring though?
It
Like-
would.
Maybe. Well, especially because the fact that they tout off all these Goombas are cute.
Yeah,
Especially-
the little light breaths.
Especially because they tout off Peachette as being a double jump, and who else do we know can double jump in a Mario game?
Daisy.
Yes. In
In
Run,
Mario
she's
Run,
double-
granted, but it's like, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it would be kind of weird if you have a playable Daisy without a playable Peach. It'd be like
Yeah.
it'd be like a playable Mario spin-off where there's a Waluigi but no Wario. Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
I was also gonna say
Yeah.
Daisy working to rescue Peach with the Mario Brothers. It just doesn't seem right.
It feels unclean, but actually,
Exactly.
and for those wondering, yes, there was actually a Mario spin-off game where there was a playable Waluigi but no Wario to be found.
What game is
Yeah,
that?
it's the GBA
Mario
tennis
Tennis
game.
Power Tour for the Game Boy Advance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
No!
she'll be fine. They can breathe
Good thing
underwater.
the water broke my fall. By the way,
I love how those Goombas are just like, okay, she's dead. We can relax now.
Back to
Yeah.
sleeping, boys.
also, if you want to do it for shits and giggles, you can actually stand on top of the bench there and just lounge there if you wanted to. Though I think you can only do that when the water's risen, and by that point, it's like that's the weirdest time to start to want to rest on a bench.
There we go.
Oh boy.
Showtime.
Now get that
Woo!
going, mushroom.
Get down to the blocks.
Yeah.
Or not. We'll just get some coins.
Oh.
Wait, I'm still missing one.
Where is it?
Oh no, that's a mushroom. Never mind.
That's a gold mushroom.
Yeah.
Thinking.
This is an interesting conundrum, but where do I start? Well, eventually I figure it out.
I'll fall down there, and then oh lordy, a whole new secret area.
Cheap cheeps.
So, see now, and this is also gonna be the part where people are like, "Great, now Peachette. Now there's gonna be another character. Now there's gonna be another costume alt for Peach in Smash that won't be inspired by her Odyssey costumes."
Hey, in all fairness, I'd rather take Peachette than Pink Gold Peach.
That's true.
I would too.
You say that though, James. Watch Peachette be a DLC character in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Hey, I'll take it.
I could see that.
Yeah.
It's a good costume. Hell, give me an amiibo. I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
Really,
Too, actually.
really weird question, especially worded and really
Although, funny thing
oddly,
is, I
like,
don't have any Peach amiibos.
odd context and everything. Who do you think Daisy will pull out from her unders?
Wait, what?
A
The
sniffet?
root.
Because Peach
The-
pulls out a toad, but toads aren't really.
I do remember seeing in the trailer that she pulls out a blue toad.
Oh, with the blue toad?
You know what?
That's where he's been.
been. Under
I-
Daisy's dress. And here
seen him.
I didn't know why I thought it would be a sniffet.
Like, I mean, didn't Sniffet start off in Super Mario Land?
No, he started off in Mario Brothers 2.
I
Wait,
say
James,
that,
to your left.
I say that because of Mario Party 3.
James,
Yes.
you blew it.
What?
The gem over there.
Oh, hold on to your britches, mister. I'll still get it.
But I was about to say, like,
Sorry, back to you, Hype.
you make the joke about, oh, so that's where Blue Toad's been. That's also another thing that people have been making a fuss about with the Mario U port. And honestly, it's the one thing that I kind of find a little bit petty. The fact that apparently Toadette is taking the place of the Blue Toad, and apparently Blue Toad's absence costs such an ire to people.
Oh.
Well,
I will-
it's the better color between that and yellow.
Yeah, I'll
At
say
least as far
I,
as toads are
agree.
concerned.
I think the
I mean-
blue-white works better. White and yellow is it's too bright of it doesn't look as good.
I was gonna say that Toad's sprite started out completely blue and white.
Oops.
Well, at least you can't say that. You can't say that the two have an imbalance in terms of playability, because
Okay,
technically there was Blue Toad 3D World, and
No, wait, I lied. I'm thinking of Super Mario 2. He was red and blue in the original. Oh, no, he was just red in the original Mario Brothers.
yeah, the red in the original Super Mario Brothers, and he was blue in Super Mario Brothers 2, the NES
Yeah,
edition.
yeah,
And then in 3, he was like red and black.
yep. I didn't really like that color
Do-
for him. It just didn't fit.
To be fair, it matched with the game's color scheme, but at the same time, it does seem a bit weird on Toad.
Hey, you know what I miss? When Paper Mario had different colored Toads.
I technically does still.
They do. They just don't have. I think to be fair, I think that's the joke now. There are still multicolored Toads, but there's not a lot. But that's all there is.
Oh, I like
There's
having
only
all the
one
different
color
kinds.
of Toadette.
Well, to be fair, that's been the case ever
Only
since
one.
our introduction.
Well, no, I'm just making a point. I mean,
To be fair, just say Toadette's name. It's pretty obvious what she's inspired by.
yep.
Ooh.
Who do you think?
A Swan Lake.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
More coins.
Smurfette, you dinguses.
Yeah, I was thinking
Oh.
Smurfette.
Well, then she should be
But
blue.
I could see the resemblance with the name Odette from Swan Lake.
That too.
That too, yeah.
That's fair.
Aww.
Okay, so within the newer chapters, they actually do change up the mini game, so that's why I'm going to show them off again.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa, boy.
Is this the case for
Oh.
every chapter?
Yes, every chapter has a unique
No.
layout.
Aw,
Well,
man.
damn it.
Oh, well.
Down you go.
Well, it's just money.
Money, money, money.
The most useless. Do lives carry over between
It's all about
chapters?
the money.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Good.
Lives are pretty much stuck to the file you're using, or account that you're using in the case of the Switch.
Actually, taking that quote in more context. We've got to have money.
Yeah.
That is not a good voice. It sounds good, but that is not a voice that thing should have.
You know, let's just be happy that when we got Toadsworth, they had Martinet voice the character.
Yeah.
No. And they just
Yeah.
made it
Has he-
sound like.
Not that I use him much anymore.
Has he always been Toadsworth?
Yeah.
Yeah, they stopped using him.
Yeah, they only really use him in like remakes where he's actually a thing, but otherwise,
Never mind.
yeah, he's always been voiced by Martinet.
Okay.
So yeah, in order to get everything in this level, I mean, you can clear this place pretty damn quick, but everything's littered out throughout both sides, and well, there's always those sneaky entrances between the ridges that you can use in order to, well, find the secret goodies.
Otherwise, yeah, similar to the first time we had the challenge to try and clear it with as
no.
few taps as possible.
Yes,
Oh boy.
which isn't really that hard to do in this case.
Yeah.
Now we just have to worry about the bullet
Well,
bills.
book it!
Run!
Book it!
There you
Ah!
go.
Okay.
So yeah, and as you no doubt guessed, Jordy, we cannot jump because of our heavy backpacks.
What was that? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
You can't jump because of the backpacks.
Yeah. Too
Oh,
heavy.
okay.
Even Toadette is stuck with this curse.
Darn it!
Boss!
I remember this stage being fun.
And if I'm not mistaken, when you immediately start this level off, look behind you,
Look
Yep.
behind you.
Where?
What?
which I forget to. Sorry.
Oops.
Oh.
Behind you is where you get one of the gems,
To
right?
be fair, I believe.
Oh boy.
Ah!
The poor boos are scared.
And now they're
Because
Sorry.
they're
so
being
dead.
assimilated by.
Sorry, developer's wife.
No, their spirits have moved on.
Sorry.
Moved on to where though?
Sorry, wife of the developer, who must now
the
be
place
where
forever
they
immortal.
go.
There it is.
Oh, hey, Blue Toad.
Well, thank you very much for suddenly noticing me.
Back in darkness, like, are you gonna help me out here? Nope.
Senpai has been noticed.
I've been waiting here for 2 hours.
I'm still kind of wondering why they called them Teresa in Japanese.
Who
The
knows?
boos?
Maybe that's the name of the wife
I don't know.
inspired?
No, I don't think. I don't think it'd be
That'd
that
be-
blatant.
In Japan, I doubt it.
Why don't you look at what it translates to? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but I was about to bring up a point, but I already forgot about it. Oops.
Okay. Careful.
So yeah, now we gotta find our way out of this maze, and yeah, don't worry about the peepas. They're just floating around looking derpy.
Easy does it. So out of all these, if you had to rank any of these like chapters, like which chapter do you like the most? Like big episode chapter.
If I had to choose between the three, I would definitely say that chapter 3 has the most variety between them all.
Okay.
Although I will give this game credit. It's actually pretty good about its balance. Like there's not too many.
I was gonna say, I found it.
Oh, cool. What's Teresa stand for?
It says they're named after the sound that one might make while I'm trying to frighten someone, boo, whereas their Japanese name comes from the verb tereru, meaning to be shy.
Aww. That's adorable. But yeah, going back to my point earlier, nope. You guys are going down.
We really shouldn't have attacked right in front. Especially because it's a light. Oh.
Don't worry. We just pretend it never existed.
Okay.
But yeah, going back to my point earlier, this game's pretty good about its balance between all the chapters. There's not too many dull moments. Or there's plenty of unique set pieces and stuff between all three of them.
Here's a quick tip.
I guess if I had to choose which one, choose the one that has the most repetitiveness, I would probably argue, or not repetitiveness, maybe the weakest of the three. Again, that's not saying a lot. I would probably say this one, but again, it's by a very small margin. Oh yeah, that's right, Dragodon wants revenge, even though we did nothing to him. And I love how in that picture...
And this time he's hacking...
He mistook us for Toad. He has color blindness.
Yeah, kind of like that.
I smell fungus.
And this time he's picked up a bit of... Oh, lordy. And he's got a bump and his teeth are now gold.
I think his teeth has always been gold, but yeah, the bump... He still has that bump from the last time he fought a mushroom.
Oh dear.
Carefully.
So yeah, much like before, Dragodon just shoots out a wave full of fireballs and intervals, and well, you obviously want to avoid those. The only real difference between this fight and the last is that the level design is a lot different.
Yeah.
Oh god, oh jeez!
You almost.
Have mercy.
Again, it's a pretty interesting way to do it, where like he's really more of just a continuous obstacle, but oh gosh, more of a continuous obstacle. Nice, but really just I do like how he looks. Everything looks so stylized, even on the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, like this game definitely looked good for the Wii U. Just goes to show what the company was capable of with even if it's like it was nothing more than just a side game.
Yeah. You see? Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Look at that lava. Oh jeez.
You know, it does still amuse me, like the kinds of dragons you find in the Mario universe and just how different they all look from each other.
Yep. Oh, we gotta turn this ahead of time. Wait. Now turn ahead of time so we can have that platform up ahead ready.
And I still hate the fucking fact that whenever you're holding down the dash button, the immediate response when next to a dial is to just latch onto it.
So just stop riding the tracks.
Yeah, it's obnoxious. It kind of makes me wish that you could use a different button to activate them when you're like standing on top of them.
Are there any?
And,
oh jeez. I was gonna say, are there any...
don't worry about the lava rising to a point where it'll pretty much KO you. It'll always stay in set intervals.
Is there ever in this game, kind of like in Luigi's Mansion, is there just a cute button that does nothing, but just does a cute little like Mario? Is there like a cute little just make an interact button?
Oh, that. Well, the closest thing to that. Fuck. The closest thing we have to that in this game is just pressing the button. Just. Actually, I will admit this is something I kind of miss from Super Mario 3D World. When you press the jump button, you try to jump, but you can't. Like the backpack's still holding you back. For some reason, they dropped that in the treasure tracker.
Ow! Again.
Oh,
as if you haven't learned your lesson the first time.
It's gotta hurt worse now that he has the bump.
Yeah.
But yes, even Toadette can be a winner against these abominations.
Yay, Mr. Monster, I did it!
Oh,
Good for you.
Oh.
Oh, yeah!
Aw. Such utter defeat.
But it's cute, utter defeat.
And with that, similar to last time, we have reached the midway point.
And I'll admit, this one definitely raises the bar compared to the last intermission.
Toad just ran away. We're like,
Yeah.
no, you're helping us.
Toadette, she rides the dragon!
Oh, hello.
Alright.
I mean, it's so fucking stupid, yet I still love it. You're
and
just
no,
a
yeah.
raging death machine.
And know that, yeah, there is no, like,
Yeah.
skill to this. You're gonna win anyway. You just want to try and get as many coins as you can.
It's just here to make you feel cool.
Gotcha.
No hammer brother can stand against my might.
No blocks.
They can try.
And yet I've still got my head bopped by a freaking mushroom kid. And that's the end of that intermission.
That face she was making does not match what she was doing. Just rain hell upon everybody. Yippee!
Yeah, she's having too much fun with this. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's not the end of Toadette's portion of the tale. Stay tuned for part 2.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.